We are in a moment of crisis, and CivicAction can really be at the helm of it. We can't hope for a different outcome if we're going to do the same things today.
In order to really build a thriving, inclusive region, we all have to play our parts. If not now, then when?
The problems are different today. In many ways, they're bigger.
We are really grappling with climate change, with inequality, with the housing crisis, with mental health and addiction. We're really struggling here. And out of struggle comes a path forward, that we have to come up with ways of doing things differently and really focusing on moving forward and working together and seeing action.
They're wicked problems, which basically means it's very difficult to find consensus on what the right solutions are to the problems that we're facing. They are manifestations of bigger trends that are happening around the world. That doesn't mean we can't make a difference. This idea that we can act locally to respond to these global problems is really important.
We know this is a very expensive city in many ways, and accessing housing is one of the most painful parts of that sort of affordability gap. We don't want a city where that's a prerequisite, having access to housing.
It's now at a point where the number of people I engage with in our community that are living in crisis is growing rapidly, and frankly, it scares me. What we have to do is embrace that uncertainty and embrace the challenge and accept that things don't have to be the same to be great or to be good. And we have to find new ways of living together, of building communities, and of providing housing.
I think the labor market in the city of Toronto and the region around it is really outdated. And I think that the labor force really needs to be innovation to drive an agenda that makes sure that no one is left behind in that process.
You look at the development community, the real estate development community, you don't see a lot of racialized people in those roles, owning the means of production, leading that development process.
We know that the inequality in our city is widening. This requires collective action.
I think CivicAction helps us create an environment where people and employers in particular can actually step up and meaningfully participate through collaboration to actually create faster paths to prosperity for all Ontarians.
I am seized by the idea of action. We need to get on with it. We have dramatic urban challenges that we're facing around the environment, around equity, around inclusive growth and prosperity. We have been talking for decades. It's time to act, and now is really the moment.
We need to make sure that this remains a city that can, be a magnet for talent and can incorporate all the great talent that we get from other parts of the country and other parts of the world.